Alright, what is up, gangsters? The sunlight is straight into my face. I have a tank top on. I'm sorry, I'm very revealing today because there's a heat wave going on in California and I can't be bothered having a shirt on, so I went with the next best thing that wouldn't get me demonetized. Anyways, I don't have anything, no food, no girlfriend, no clickbait, no nothing. Today's video is strictly on meditation and why the key to fruitful meditation is to think, and honestly to think a good amount. I feel like modern meditation calls for you to shut up and go into a quiet room. Someone rings a bell for you and you try to think about nothing. And in my experience, honestly, that's really hard, if not impossible. Try it for yourself. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Try to think about absolutely nothing. Did you succeed? If you did, go ahead and click off, bro. You don't need this video. If you're part of the majority, however, that couldn't think about nothing on command, I heavily recommend that you keep watching this video because what I'm about to tell you truly opened up the meditation game in my brain and allowed me to have inner peace when trying to have these moments of hyper focus. The first, and I would argue the most important step, is to try not to think about nothing at all, but rather a moment when you are thinking about nothing. Let's say when you're in the zone, playing the saxophone or striping a 5-iron down the fairway, or moments in time where you truly felt like you were engulfed by the moment, where you were laughing with your friends, really not thinking about yourself. And that's the key, not thinking about the self. When you're quiet and when you try to make your brain go quiet, a lot of the times it starts to cave in on itself and fold in on what am I to do today? What did I do wrong yesterday? How can I make this about me, essentially? And that's the brain's job. But it's not the aim of meditation, nor is it the job of the soul. Second of all, instead of trying to be in a room where you're just dead quiet, try to listen to frequencies and predictable vibrations, such as the backtrack that I have on this video and honestly most of my videos. Predictive frequencies, I would argue, allow your brain to kind of take a little bit of a rest. The fact that your brain is not looking for new stimuli to trigger your senses and whatnot, you're not looking for a new sound, or you're not in a state of confusion, you know exactly what's going to happen. And this will allow you to focus on the scene at hand way easier and with a lot more clarity. This has a little bit of a doubling effect with thinking about a specific scene because the imagination really is an echo of your senses, whether that be sight or hearing. So having something that's predictable in both of those will help you, I feel like, conjure up a better session of meditation and silence. Controlling the senses really helps you control your mind. And this wasn't learned on my own through brutalistic hours of meditation and silence and whatnot. This is something I'm ripping straight from the rosary. For those of you who don't know about the rosary, it's a repetitive form of prayer that allows you to focus on what are called the mysteries, or specific scenes in Christ's life that you can reflect on and do honestly whatever you want with it. You could just imagine the scene as one of the passerbyers just watching Jesus do what he's doing, or you could put yourself in the shoes of Jesus, or you can even be his mom. Regardless, I've noticed through praying the rosary and through meditation of this format that I'm able to conjure up silence and peace way easier, and from then get introspective without the lens of ego. Ego is your number one enemy when it comes to meditation because self-reflection can turn into self-obsession like that. So, and I think that's really it though. If I were to summarize this video, there's 2 main takeaways here. The first one being, try not to think of nothing, but instead think of a scene where you are thinking about nothing. And second of all, try to limit your senses by listening to some ambient music. And although I've taken this away from the rosary, this by no means is restricted to only the rosary. And that's the beauty of the prayer itself, is you can take elements of it and use it in your daily life. So whether you're an atheist or a Christian or whatever is in between or far beyond, I think everybody can take away from this experience how to meditate properly, at least from my findings of maybe a year. Yeah, I'm severely underqualified to be coaching you on this, but if it at least helps one person, then maybe I don't know, maybe it's worth. Hope this video was helpful. Comment down below if you've tried it and the fruits of your meditation. Or honestly, even if you have a really bad time, comment about that too, because I'm willing to hear all of it out. With that being said, God bless, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.